This one's not even out yet. Take a look.
Oh my God.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Welcome to a special roadshow edition of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharpe, and today we took the show on the road. We're down here at the shoe surgeon's. At his shop, he's gonna tell us how he makes the shoe, how he comes up with the idea, and at the end, we got a special surprise for you. So come on in. Don, what's up, bro?
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming by. We moved in here about a year ago.
Okay.
Before this, I was in 3,000 square feet. Now I'm in 16,000 square feet.
Wow.
The bar just got built a month ago, so the whole place is constantly being built.
So is somebody gonna come by and have a drink while you build to make the shoes? I mean, what's good?
Yeah, we got a full basketball court. So this whole area over here is like a lounge area.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to make a space that you could have a drink, or you can have a juice, or you can have an espresso, and you can play basketball, you can play soccer, and you can make shoes.
How many employees do you have on staff?
40.
40.
Yeah, it started just me in a garage.
First of all, how long does it take you to make a sneaker?
Once you have the pattern and all the details done, you know, we can do about 5 a day. Sometimes it's only 1 a day.
Right.
So, I mean, with a big staff too. Because everything.
So with 40 employees, sometimes you only do 1 shoe a day?
Yeah.
Who's the shoe for? Bigfoot? I
mean. Man, we did the one for LeBron. That took like almost a year.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about, that was a one of one.
Yep.
Nike commissioned it. So they come to you and they say, look, we want you to do this shoe. Do they give you an idea, or do they just let you go, free flow?
They referenced another shoe that I made for him.
Right.
So they're like, we want like a gold shoe like this. And I was like, okay, I want to take it up a notch. So that's when I added gold and diamonds and like the trophy-esque and sourced the most expensive material in the world, which I have pieces, I'll show you.
When someone comes to you, what's the #1 model?
I mean, the Jordan 1 is definitely the #1 model. And you know, as a creative, it's tough for me to always do it. Right. Yet that was the sneaker, the original 1985 I wore in freshman year of high school that I wore, that like got me into that, oh shit, I can wear a pair of shoes and people like would talk to me.
Did you wait in line like 100,000 hours?
No, my cousin let me wear her original 85s.
Right.
And I went to school and all the other guys had like dope Jordans, but they saw the originals and they were like, what, how'd you get those?
Yeah.
But no, I never ended up waiting in line. Luckily, I worked in the mall and I was a hustler, so I'd get shoes before they were released and have them before anyone else. And then that feeling went away when all my friends had the same shoes.
Right.
You know, why am I gonna spend money on shoes for something else?
You didn't feel special anymore because everybody else could get it.
Exactly. We used to have to text each other like, yo, what shoes you wearing today? We had the same outfits and I was like, this sucks. So that's when I airbrushed a pair of Air Force Ones in all camouflage. Went to school and everyone was like, yo, where'd you get those? And it just clicked, yo, I gotta make this.
Do your own thing.
I wanna show you the rest of the space. So this is where we do the classes.
Okay. You have this class. Have you hired any of the students?
Yeah, so I mean, these classes are now run by past students. We have students in production. We have students all around. So it's a good way for us as well to see talent and to see who's passionate and wants to make stuff. Have
you had students come and you like, okay, he or she can be really good, and then some like, I don't know, bro, you might need to try a new line of work.
A lot of people come take the class and they're like, I'm never making shoes again, so.
You know what? Actually, I have not really shot a basketball. No, since once I got drafted in 1990, I put the basketball down because I saw so many guys playing basketball tearing ACL, ski tearing ACL. I was like, man, I'm not
He's a smart guy.
It feels so light. Let's get this Steph Curry on.
Ooh, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
That's Steph Curry on.
I wanted to show you kind of the basics of how shoes are made.
Okay.
First, you have to make the pattern. This is the pattern. So and this is what gets the shape of your foot, the shape of the shoe, fits in the outsole. Once you have the pattern, you cut the pieces out of leather. Once the pieces are cut, you start sewing it together. So then you sew that closed,
Right.
and it looks like a hat.
Okay.
Once it goes like that, you last it, and this is what forms the shape and stretches the leather over the material to get the shape. Once you do that, you skive down the bottom, and you put the sole on.
So,
Oh, we're gonna show you how to sew real quick. So there's that one. You gonna do one?
man,
You gotta try one.
man, look how big my hands are. I've been unsold my hand.
Now with your right hand, start the stitch, go towards you, like a couple stitches. Now you can let go of the thread in the back with your left hand. Put both your hands here. And with your right foot, put on the pedal. There you go. It's okay. Just keep
Man,
going.
this is just terrible.
Go that way. There you go, just go. You're showing the hardest thing first, so
Man,
there you go. And just go in circles, yep. Pull it out. Trim it, and there you go.
man.
You sewed the hardest thing first, so it's not bad.
I started in a straight line and then I went here and then I kind of went to the right. But if I'm not mistaken, didn't you help John Geiger do the misplaced checks?
Yeah, so I was up and doing that from a garage when we first did them. You had the first ones?
I got
Oh,
them.
I actually, you know what? I packaged, this was the beginning. I packaged everything and shipped them to everyone, so I shipped them to you,
Yep.
actually. And this hallway is the entrance into work.
Okay.
So it's like, it opens up the consciousness, makes you feel good. It's just, I wanted like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Like every room is different.
Right.
This is the production. This is where all of the shoes get made now.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I remember just me sewing misplaced checks, man. Even by myself, so it's amazing to see the growth that we've been able to give just from custom shoes.
Right.
This is my office, and I wanted to build a space where you can just go nuts.
Right.
I'll show you some of these materials that I have, and this is a real leaf. It's an actual plant, so we actually made shoes from it.
Wow.
I like materials, especially when you're using the same silhouettes. It's like, okay, how can I do it differently?
Right.
It's with materials, so this is the heat changing leather.
Wow.
So,
You did some shoes for Nelly when he was on Dancing with the Stars, right?
yeah. There's a pair up there, just the actual dress shoes.
Right.
Yeah, that was a fun project. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to make dance shoes into sneakers, but like, I wanted to solve a problem for him.
Right.
He wanted to wear sneakers,
Right.
but be able to dance in them. So
Right.
that's when the first one
Right.
was kind of ugly, but it doesn't matter. It got what it needed to do.
Right.
So this one's fun too. This was just a sample.
Velcro.
You wear
Yeah,
those?
yeah.
you trip.
I don't know, Dom. I don't know about this because you be walking in, and you find a face plant.
So this is our client experience room. When we have people in here, you can come, sit down, design a shoe in 3D. You can, see some of the past stuff that we've done. We did an air mag for Complex Con a couple years back.
Wow, yeah.
Something for JBL. These were the Anthony Davis wore in Game 5 last year. The LeBron, we did a LeBron Air Max mashup. I love that one. This is a collaboration that's not out yet with Richard Orlinsky. He is a sculpture artist that makes these big sculptures.
Right.
That one's gonna be fun. We had actual collaboration with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. That was awesome.
IKEA. This was one with a Netflix show. Pizza Hut was an original shoe.
Right.
Michael B. Jordan, we did a 5-piece movie collection of his favorite movies. This one is not even out yet. I wanted to show you, but this is Hermes collaboration with Jason of Beverly Hills with gold and diamonds.
Wow.
And I designed,
I knew it was him because of this.
the red, right?
Yep.
So then I designed it. I wanted it to be functional. So how do you put jewelry into a shoe or a zip tie like the Off-White, and you can actually wear the bracelet?
Wow.
These are gonna be a couple $100,000.
I can't crease them. I can't wear them because I can't crease them. I can't crease 100 band shoes.
These ones are custom that haven't even been shown yet. This one's not even out yet. Take a look.
Oh my God.
You know, everyone at Club Shay Shay wanted to hook you up with something custom.
Oh my goodness. CJ, this is incredible.
Check out look at the details.
Oh my. Dom, this is ridiculous.
Hopefully they're your size.
I don't know, I'm a hoarder.
I make shoes for people to wear though.
You do?
Yes, that's like when people.
The majority of the shoes that you made for me, you know I haven't worn, right?
Really?
After getting like 500 or 600 pair of shoes, you probably should start wearing the ones you have and don't feel you need to get every shoe that comes out. Dom, this is incredible.
Yeah, thank your team for these. Tell me what your take is on sneakers. Why do you like sneakers?
When I was growing up, the hot sneaker was the Cons, the Dr. J's.
Yep.
And then the weapons came out with Bird and Magic. Yep. Spud Webb had a pony called the City Wings. It was red, black, and white. Nobody had Nike until Jordan came along.
Right.
So when we were growing up, everybody wanted the Chuck Taylors. You got the Chuck Taylors in different. You got the white, everybody had to have the white, the lows and the highs. And then you branched off with colors. You got the blue, you got the black, you got the greens. And when Jordan came out with the Nike, it was like nothing, no other shoe mattered. It didn't matter. Not the top 10 Adidas, and it's no disrespect. The Cons, everybody wanted Nike. I just remember like every Nike come out, I made sure I worked in the summer and I kept money aside because I was like, okay, if they drop a shoe, I'm gonna wanna get it. So when the Cements came out, yep, I got them. Every Jordan came out, I got them. And the first Jordan that I got, my mom waited in line for the 2. That's still my favorite shoe because my mom, what she did, she waited in line. And she said, boy, you better wear this shoe for the rest of your life as long as I had to wait in line for this damn shoe. And so I fell in love with the 2. And for the longest time, I didn't wear it. I think I might have been in high school, might have been my last year of high school, my freshman year in college. I didn't end up wearing the shoe till like my senior year in college. Had I known what I know, I would have just saved every Jordan shoe.
Right?
Every Jordan shoe is kind of like the cars.
Yep.
Nobody was thinking about no 68 Mustang in 2000 was gonna be worth something, or
That's right.
a 60, so you don't think about it at the time, you just get it and wear it, and you look back on it like, hold on, people pay $50,000, $60,000 for a pair of shoes?
Well, I mean, what do you look at these like art, or do you look at it?
Oh, it's art. That's why I was like, man, I don't know about wearing these, Dom. I mean, to know all the details that you put into it, and it actually looks like Club Shay Shay with the black and the gold accents. Yeah, that's art. And I'm like, man, how you gonna wear that? You gonna mess it up. Then you gotta walk, gotta have your toes up because you don't wanna crease them.
I think it's different for me because I can make them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like that's the same thing you're talking about. It's like when I make a shoe, it's meant to like have the functionality, and I get the art side too, and then like you don't want to mess it up.
But see, when you're a breeder of dogs, you're like, okay, the dog's meant to. They don't love any of the dogs because they know the dog's gotta go. So they don't really get attached to it. Like once I get the dog, that's my baby.
That's a good point.
See, you like, I just make it. I give me another. Nah, these my baby. And I can't just wear them with it. Just wear them. Nah, it don't work like that. I look at this shoe totally different than you look at this shoe. You're like, man.
I might have to make another pair. One to rock, one to stock.
Damn case. CJ, I can't believe you kept this away from me, CJ. There's a saying, does the car say something about the man, or does the man say something about the car? With shoes, does the shoe say something about the man, or the man telling you something about the shoes he's wearing?
I think the shoes do tell a lot about a person. I love shoes and how they're made, but I also wear dirty ass shoes. I mean, it's kind of like a mechanic, right? Like they have a bunch of cars that need to get put together. Right. I have one story though. One time I was wearing like these dirty Chuck Taylors, and I was in line somewhere, and this lady saw this tattoo. I have a cobbler tattooed on me. She's like, what do you do for work? I said, oh, I make shoes. She looked down at my feet. She's like, I'm not buying shoes from you. And look at me now. But still.
But you know what? That's a true story. If you look at the mechanic, he works on everybody else's car, and his car won't work. You look at you look at guys, I mean, people that do hair. You like, hold on, you do hair for a living, and you walk around here looking like this. So you see, the lady looks at you and is like, hold on, you do shoes, and you wear it up. So you're not gonna do a pair of shoes for yourself. How did you come up with the name the Shoe Surgeon?
Yeah, I lived in Charlotte from age 18 to 19, and being in Charlotte, I grew up my whole life in California.
Okay.
And you have one big state, California. Right. So when you drive down to LA, you're driving through California. When I lived in Charlotte, I could drive to New York City in 8 hours.
Right.
I can go down to Orlando in 8 hours. And I took a drive up to New York City just to go. I've never been there, so I drove up there. When I got up there, I went to the Bape store in Soho, and this is the first time ever experienced New York City. I ran into Pharrell Williams at the Bape store. Hype Williams was there, and it was just like all of this energy of New York City. That's why people go. So I was just like extra. I had so much energy that I just knew it was time to like create this name. I was already doing custom shoes, but I was in my. It was like a closet size hotel in the middle of the square, and I started writing everything down. Like, what am I going to call myself? And it just finally clicked. It's like, what do you do with shoes? And it became Shoe Surgeons.
Right. I operate on shoes.
Yeah.
I make them better.
Exactly. So it's like, oh, it clicked, and since then it's become the Shoe Surgeon, and it's also a catchy thing. That's why people, I think, It's hard to say sometimes.
Yeah.
But
it's very hard to say. You told the story that the very first pair of sneakers that really got you into the sneaker game were the original Jordans, and you said a cousin let you wear hers. From that point, how did you get your shoes? Did you save up? Did you work? So how did you get the shoes, and how do you move out from there?
Yeah, I started working in the mall, and so working.
Let me guess. Foot Locker.
No. No, but because of this was like a sports store, we sold jerseys and stuff. So then we would get the Mitchell & Ness stuff. We get stuff the Foot Lockers wouldn't get. So then we would talk to the guys.
So you trade. So okay, I got this King Gray. I got this. You know. So back then, the throwbacks was in heavy.
Yep.
And everybody wanted the throwbacks.
Yep.
So you was like, okay, I give you this throwback, let your boy get these
Exactly.
Jordans.
Yeah, we would be trading and selling, and that's when the mall culture was really. That's where I got my inspiration, in the mall.
Right.
So we all talked to everyone, and that's how it started.
Did you ever think the shoe culture would be what it is now? Did you ever think that there would be something called a sneakerhead, and the resale market would be the price that sneakers would go for as much as a brand new car?
I know, right? No. A retail shoe as much as a car. It's insane. I never thought resale would be what it is. I was always envisioning what I was doing and where it was headed. But no, I mean, I remember being in high school and trying to find Jordans as a kid, and going on a website Nice Kicks and ordering a bunch of fake Jordans, not knowing they're fake, and getting them, and it was just being. I ended up, when I got these fake shoes in the mail, I started crying. I was just like, what is this? I didn't know that it was so tough, but it's crazy now that there's kids 13 years old reselling shoes.
Right.
It's a business now within a business. It's wild.
So, and you get these situations that you mentioned, you got 13, 14-year-old kids that buy, however they get them, bots or whatever, they knew someone, 300 pair of shoes in a garage. And they're young entrepreneurs, but they're messing up the market. Yeah. Because a $150 pair of shoes shouldn't cost you $900.
No, and that's why I think custom and having the one-off thing is definitely still going to continue to be the future, where people can come and just create a one-of-one and not have to worry about buying
and seeing it on everybody else's
foot.
When you got into this, obviously you do customs and you're very good at this. You're one of the, when people think of customs, they think of you. But you mentioned that you kind of eventually want to do your own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as an artist and a creative, I think I've been able to do so well, and I'm grateful for the brands, and I'm grateful for Michael Jordan and Nike to have created such a magic shoe to make sneakers what it is today, to now give me a playing field to be now I can create whatever I want to create, you know, like the boots I'm wearing or just something completely different. So that's the next phase of the shoe surgeon, or even just, you know, me as an artist.
When it comes to collabs, entertainers and collabs, who do you think is the best? Kanye, Pharrell, Travis Scott, Hove did a collab. Of those four, who you got?
Pharrell Williams is the one artist and celebrity that I've always just flocked to, from the style and him starting and being so unique and different. But I mean, Kanye is just, you know.
He took it to a whole new level.
He took it to a different level, and I don't love the Yeezy stuff. I don't love it. I appreciate how much he puts into it, and it's his vision into it. It's not for me, which it doesn't need to be, but I see what he's been able to do, and he took it to a different level. Like, he's created something, and it's opened the doors for everyone else. So it's amazing to see. But I mean, I also remember being in the mall and seeing the S. Carters as those too, just like, yo, those are sick. So it's like everything played an important role to even allow, you know.
Oh, I forgot Drake. Drake is also the Eminem.
Now the new Drake stuff with the Nocta is gonna be dope.
Right.
It's like they're doing really good stuff with that. But I mean, Kanye's on a different level.
You've done shoes for OBJ, LeBron. You've done some custom shoes for a lot of high-end celebrities and entertainers. Who are someone you would like to do a custom shoe for?
I've never had it asked that way. More just females, because I feel like females really appreciate fashion and art, and even sneakers.
They're getting into sneakers too. They're getting to wear they be wearing, you know, they wear their leggings, and they wear their outfits, and they got on the 4s and they got on the 11s.
And they don't get the quality stuff yet. So it's like, man, I don't know though. That's a good question. I mean, I think sitting down, like I've done something for Pharrell, but I want to be able to. I want to sit down with these guys and like create with them and do something collaborative. When I did something with PJ Tucker. He brings so much energy to the collaboration that it's like it makes me thrive. So that's what I like, is like that collaborative feel where you can sit down with someone that maybe know nothing about how to make something, but like they have a vision, and then I can, you know, put things in front of them, show them, and then bring it to life. And I want to do that with Pharrell.
What athlete would you like to do a custom shoe for?
Tom Brady.
What would Tom Brady's shoe look like? Would it have horns? Would it have fur?
It would definitely be made out of goat. Oh man, it would just be the goat shoe, man.
Right.
It might look like a goat.
Because you did LeBron. You did the custom, the one-on-one with LeBron when he reached 30,000 points. You did the one for AD that he wore in, I think, Game 5 last year, the NBA Finals. You did a shoe for the Golden State Warriors. Wasn't necessarily for Steph. But
I've done something for Steph.
You've done something.
I mean, I've done a lot. I can't even name half the athletes that I've done them for.
Right.
Some of the greats too, and it's. I'm grateful that I can. This is my sport. I'm an athlete, and this is how I show my skills. So it's great to, I mean, it's even yourself, to someone that's so great at what they did and also can see what took me 10,000 plus hours, 15 years of my life to be able to create. It's not just like the shoe, it's like the whole story and what took so long. Like you said, even from misplaced checks to the next level, and it keeps leveling it up.
When you presented LeBron with those shoes, or you present a celebrity or entertainer with that custom, and you're watching them, are you anxious? You're like, man, I hope they like it, man. Please like this shoe. I mean, I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears with this, bro. Please, this be the one. Are you that anxious?
Yeah, no, I am. So for the LeBron ones, I finally I saw him after the fact in Fashion Week in New York City, and he gave me love for them. But yeah, like when someone sees it, like, because the way I look at it, I pick apart all of these things. Even when I'm showing you these shoes, I'm like looking at these little details that I'm just like, that drive me crazy that no one else sees. It's just like, how you train or whatever it may be. like you said, you look at everything different. We're looking at different things. So it's like, yeah, when I present something, I'm just kind of like in my head, like, F-. But I'm learning to like understand that we all have a different lens and we see things differently.
And even you might see, but here's the thing though, because you created it, you're gonna see something, a detail that you like, I could have did this. They won't even know. They won't even pick up on it.
They would never know. They look at it just like, whoa.
Whoa, whoa. You're like, I could have did it. But I'm not saying anything.
Exactly.
You moved into this new space. You say you started out in 300 square feet, and then you went to 900, and you went to 3,000, and now you're 16, and you're looking to expand. Where do you see Dominic, the shoe surgeon? How big is this thing going to get?
How big is it going to get? You know, all because of a custom sneaker, all because of wearing a pair of shoes has now allowed me to create a bigger voice. And, you know, we haven't really spoke on it much, but what's most important to me is like the teaching and giving back and like helping others be successful in whatever that may be. So for me, this has now allowed me to now do furniture. It's allowed me to open the doors and, you know, people trust me with shoes. So now it's allowing me to have my original brand and have it funded by the many years of success. So I'm just an artist that's constantly evolving and changing. Like last week I took a welding class. Tomorrow I got an improv class. I just want to continue to learn and like build, and whether it's I'm working on a show, a TV show. You know, I had a dream the other night that I want to figure out how to actually have custom shoes in a fashion show in Paris. Like I want to figure out how to change the world in a positive way and do it from a sincere place. So there's no limits of where it can go.
They say if a picture's worth 1,000 words and everything has a story to tell, what does Dom Shoes, custom shoes, what's the story? What do they say? What do they tell?
It's blood, sweat, and tears. It's usually when someone sees it or appreciates it, they also know what goes into it. They understand the time that it took for even me in my story to get to where it's at. And it's a story of craft. It's a story of love and passion. So it's more than just the shoe.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this the only thing that you've ever wanted to do?
No. It's the one thing that just stuck. This next year I'm going to try out for a semi-pro soccer team.
Really?
Yeah.
So sports were, you mentioned you were soccer, you played soccer growing up, but the custom shoe had a bigger pull than sports did.
Yeah, and you know why? Because the dedication that you have to do to be a professional athlete is
the dedication that you got to do to be good at this.
And that's what I finally learned. I've been hanging out with athletes the last couple of years and just like to, you know, go out and party and then to like see how they're back on it. And I'm like, yo, that's where I need to take my craft, and that's where I'm at in my life. That's why I want to try out for a pro soccer team, because it took me so long to get here. And if I would have known what I know now and treat this, this did take a lot and it still takes a lot. Yet I want to go even above and beyond, and I want to start treating myself like an athlete, be physically, emotionally, mentally focused on anything I do. So that's, you know, the goal of this next year, to try out for a semi-pro soccer team.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I had a teammate that was hung over and rushed for 215 and 5 touchdowns. Could you be hung over and design a pair of shoes?
That's the thing, you can. You can. You just keep going, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, you keep going. So, but you can't do that and run a business, you know? But as an artist, to do one-offs here and there, you can fuck around. But like when you really want to take it to the next level, you got to be focused. So.
Is that all you think about, shoes? Because when I went out, because I mean, I think to be great, I'm talking about to be truly great.
Obsessed
you
with
just
it.
don't, okay, I'm opening at 9, I close at 5, and I'm done. How much time do you think you actually spend thinking about designs and fabrics and textures in sneakers in a given day?
Yeah, last night I went to sleep with these ideas and thoughts and like boots and like, and it's not even just the sneakers anymore. Now it's the business. It's like, okay, now I got.
You got mock-ups in your bed. You inside the bed. You got fabrics and mock-ups all in the bed.
No, what I do though is if something new or something is inspiring, I put it in my passenger seat and I drive around with it.
Right.
Like, you know, I want to soak it all in. So I mean, I think about it 24/7. Like, this isn't just a business. This is a life, my life that took me so long to get here, and now it's really about taking it to the next level. So
you hear a lot of artists say that, okay, when a song comes in my head, I might be asleep, I'll get up and I'll start writing. Or I might be at the dinner table and I just start writing. When an idea comes in your head, do you start drawing? Do you like, okay, yeah, I like this. This is gonna be just all right.
recently, during meditations, when it comes up,
Right.
I have to wait till be done with the meditation. But yeah, now I need to write down the ideas, and there's things that really stick that I write it down, and then I need to put it into production or put it to production right away.
We were talking earlier, like when you do a shoe, the functionality of a shoe. So if there's someone past or present that you could make a shoe for, who would it be? I was thinking you'd probably say Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo,
Man,
Lewandowski, Kane.
so Abraham Lincoln used to love his boots. And my mentor, when Abraham Lincoln was shot, my mentor went to the
Fourth Theater?
the museum
Okay.
and studied these boots, and then he recreated these boots. And I just feel like someone from back in the day that loved boots, they would love sneakers now. Like,
Right.
you have boots.
Right.
So like, they didn't have sneakers back then. So imagine like any of these guys from the past, like how swaggy they'd be in sneakers.
What's the most expensive pair of sneakers you've created?
I did the $100,000 pair for LeBron, and then the pair I just showed you is going to be a couple $100,000. And I'm working on a $2 million shoe.
Is that Dorothy's shoe? Is that the one she clicks together and she's back in Kansas or
Oh
something?
man, it's going to be the most expensive shoe in the world. It's going to be a pair of Air Mags. That's all I can tell you. Diamonds.
Diamond Hermes. What's the top end for a shoe?
Now with technology, it could be anything. Like, it could be, the auto lacing, and then it's the different materials, and then making gold components, and then the packaging, how long it goes into it.
The shoes you showed me, they had diamonds that you could take off,
Yep.
And wear as a bracelet. So you can get up to $5 million, $10 million for a pair of shoes.
Yeah, that should be a goal of mine.
That's a goal of yours?
Yes.
So you just like creating things. It's not so much as shoes. Like you said, you're gonna work with furniture,
Yep.
and you want to work with. So you just like creating.
I
It's
just-
not just a specific thing that I
Right.
want to create. I want to create I just want to build.
Right. Shoes just happened to be that one thing that made
That was the foundation.
Made me feel good, and I could wear them, and it was so hard to figure out that's what drove me to it. Like, I need to figure this shit out. And now, no, it's anything. I mean, if you see the lamps up there, I've made those lamps. I mean, I designed the space. We're building up the space as we go. So it's gonna just creating. Like, that's why I feel like I'm on this earth, and it's like now me creating what I want to, and then also giving that back to anyone, from kids to people that come from all over that just want to learn how to make something, because I feel like that's what we're missing. People need to make stuff. So many people are just sitting on computers, and it's like, you got to move, whether it's cooking or making leather goods or a bag or hat, whatever, but people need to move and move that energy through them.
I appreciate the tour. I mean, you caught me off guard. I don't know if you guys need to take a look at this. This is a custom. This is a one-of-one. No, you can't get these.
One of one.
This is a one-of-one Club Shay Shay edition. Jordan 1. It got it has all my stats for Denver, Baltimore. Do something before 2 something. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look at this. They got the Broncos. They have the Ravens, my number on the other side. And I didn't know anything about this. My team, Club Shay Shay team, had Dom working on this for about 8 weeks, and they kept it from me, and it caught me off guard. And so, Dom, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. What a great job. My team in the back, thank you guys. Bruh.
No, thank you, man. Thanks for always reaching out and working with me, and seeing my art too. So I appreciate it, and appreciate you guys as well.
As you can see today, we took Club Shay Shay on the road today. We don't normally take Club Shay Shay on the road, but special guests required special visit. So Dom, again, thank you, and thank you.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why all my life I've been grinding all my life.